Hello and welcome back to Metro Grid. My name's Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's a Sunday afternoon and we're playing in the competitive lobby of Jinteki.net. I think we could want a scrubber in our opening hand, right? I'm also assuming this might be a kill deck, that railgun version, so I might want... Aaron's actually really good to start. What's the chance that this hand is good? This is not that bad. This is actually, we'll keep this. So yesterday there was a Store Championship in Montreal. It was a bit of a smaller turnout than I would have expected. It was only 12 people. But I brought this deck, which is a version of the WrmFeeder that you've seen on this channel before. And I made some changes, made some hasty changes the day before. And it did pretty well. It came in third in Swiss and third after just overall. I lost in the final cut. In the losers finals. So sorry, we're playing against N.E.H. This could be a Sensi's, which we have to deal with. If we put this down, we won't get our money. We can play some cheap things early, and we're going to throw away one of our ciphers for sure. I think also Sneak Door is going to be pretty good. So if we put this down, run R&D, we can play this, and we'll throw out... We'll play that. Okay, let's try this out. Let's see how things going. We're not going to contest this remote. If it's a Sensi, that's going to be a bummer. Jackson Howard, I don't think we can afford to trash right now. This Councilman's going to turn off their ID ability, which is good. It'll stop them from drawing up, which they can still do with the Jackson, but it'll stop them from fighting an ice here. And then we'll just put them on strike. Oh, we had to throw out an extra cipher. So yeah, this deck is based off the WrmFeeder deck that you've seen on this channel before, and I made some changes. I made it better. I made it more kind of like meta. With a lot of more meta considerations, so it's better at dealing with acid spam, stuff like that. So I put in some scrubbers, I put in some Salset slums, I changed a bit of the breakers and took out cyber feeders because I don't think they were doing that much. There's other stuff I'd rather have. And so I'm actually kind of happy how it turned out. There's still some problems with it, and we're going to be able to do some tuning. I haven't changed anything so far, and I'll basically talk you through what I think needs to be changed with this, because some of the things about it are not that hot. I think we're going to run R&D turn 1. The worst is this is an Archangel, and then they bounce a Temujin, and then that is basically annoying. Wraparound, okay. So one of the problems with our deck is our Fractor is forward install. So if we special order for our Saker and put that on the table and then break, it's going to cost 5 credits to get 4 credits back. So we're in no rush to do that. I don't think we're going to draw into anything that's going to give us money, so that sucks. Actually, Scrubber's pretty good. I think we could put down Scrubber and Aaron Moran. We want to get Aaron Moran on the table as soon as possible, just because this deck is probably playing Making News. And they're not acid spamming that hard, so we don't need the Scrubber. This is probably a Sand City Grid, so we might actually want to trash that. Because now with 8 credits, 6, 7, 8, they can score an Astro from hand. They can score a whole bunch of stuff, but we'll see how things go. I think next turn we just have to click for credits, which is kind of a bummer. They might be assuming we're not going to check remotes, so maybe we have to play poor, put a scrubber down, and check everything, which I'm not excited about, but... We're not playing Bank Job or anything. Like, our only econ cards in this deck are Temujin and Sure Gamble. So that's kind of one of the issues with this deck. We're also running Daily Cast in this whole supplier setup, so we'll see how things go. There's a high chance that this... I don't want to run last click, because if this is... what's it called? A Prisec. We'll end our turn with a tag, which sucks. Exploded Palooza, so we accessed. We gain... We're probably just going to be mid-seasons now. Oops. Oops. Joke's on us. I'm assuming we're being mid-seasons. We can duck some of the tags with Aaron Moran, but at this point I think we're just going to have to put down heavy pressure. If they don't have to actually spend any money on the mid-seasons, just pay 5. Basically. Oh no, but then we'll actually remove all the tags, so they have to spend some money on this. And there you go, there's the mid-seasons. Let's see how far they boost this, because they actually have to spend some money on it. They're boosting at 7. Oh, so they have boom right now, we lose. Great. So we boost it by 3. We have 3 tags. Oh, actually no, we can get out of this. We only have 1 tag now. Did they goof this? And they're just trashing the Aaron, which is fantastic because we drew another Aaron. And they're trashing our Councilman, which means they're probably playing some sort of power shutdown combo because you need that card on the table. This is fine because we can credit, remove tag, next turn, put down Aaron as well. So this is actually not that bad. I think they should have spent, oh, I don't know. Maybe they should have spent 1 more on that. That actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Credit, remove tag. I think this is too slow for this, and this is the problem. In decks that are like that really require you to run things, this card is super good in your opening hand, but otherwise it's not so great at all. So much of this deck has really clumsy opening hands, and you really need this to start with, which kind of sucks. I think we're going to throw it away because next turn what we want to do is credit, put down Aaron. If you're doing power shutdown combos, you can actually power shutdown through Aaron sometimes, I think. I don't think we want to run that. We probably just want to get our money up. So that involves taking 5 credits for a Saker and also getting this on the table. So I'm just going to money up, I think, and put this down. Oh, really wish we had Bank Job. So let's get that on the table. If they score something, we'll get 2 more card draw, but we're not going to use them. We're going to wait for them to try and kill us again. The fact that they are, well, they're not drawing that heavily, but there's definitely agendas in HQ. Like, I have no doubt of that, considering we've only seen 1 so far, and they've gone through already about 5 plus 9, 14 cards. So I think we're just going to credit up, because once we have 5, we put down Saker. Oh, we need 6, right? So we need 6, which means next turn we'll get down Saker and start accessing off of the top of R&D. Get some money with our Temujin, because we're going to be paying 1 to get 4 back. And then they're going to also ice this, and I hope they ice this, because then we'll probably run HQ. Advance, that's probably a breaking news, which is good. So this is definitely a kill combo. We can also probably want to find our Sports Hopper. That is basically our answer to death. There's a chance right now in their hand they have 24/7, which they'll fire on this, which doesn't matter. It's why we're going to keep these on. So let's just get our Saker out and go nuts on R&D. Ideally, we also find the boom and trash it. It doesn't do that much considering if they're playing combo decks. Like it doesn't matter. They can play it from their heap if they're doing things like power shutdown, Jackson, all that fun stuff. This does good. Clicking for 3. That's a vanilla. That's actually not going to help them. I'm tempted just to get our money up and run 1 more time. I don't know whether they're playing Scorch, so having 3 versus 4 cards in hand, I don't think it's going to matter. I also don't want to run last click and run an Axis somewhere that we're not familiar with. Which we already are goofing right now, because if we hit an Archangel and it bounces our Aaron Moran, we're in a really bad spot. So I'm just going to run R&D again. Pay 1, get 3. That's, easy mark. That's okay. We also now can slam down Sneak Door Beta and get some access from HQ. They probably have some things in hand that we want to trash. The fact that they trash Councilman, that's actually a really spicy tech card and something I've recently added to this deck. I'm a huge fan of it. So we need to trash Jackson 100%. Just because that's the card they need to do their combo shenanigans. They're also drawing up heavily with their ability. It's now on. They're no longer on strike. So I'm going to run R&D, run Jackson, run R&D, and then probably check one of the remotes. Why I want to do that is if they pump Jackson, they'll shuffle and we'll get 2 cards off the top of R&D. It's not like we're going to win off of accesses, I don't think. So this might be foolish. Unless we see like a boom, and even then. So we got a Beal. That's actually pretty good. It's pretty great. We only need 2 more accesses to win. I think we're just going to do R&D 1 more time. Just because we get money from it. Then we'll run Jackson. We'll check one of these servers. We ran this turn so they can power shutdown combo us. That's a Sensi's Actors Union. I don't actually want them to draw this. Because I'd rather them draw a combo piece that they have in their hand so they can't do their boom combo. I guess we leave this. We can trash it for free, which is nice, but nah, it's fine. Let's run Jackson, because they're going to shuffle if they pop Jackson. They're going to let us. Okay. So never mind. And we have to check server 6 or server 3. I think we're going to check server 6. If this is a price tag, it's bad. We also got more Aaron tokens, which is probably the best thing about running those servers. And this is a Sensi's. Okay, cool. So we got that one. That's good. We are running 2 scrubbers, one what's it called? Salset Slums, which is super impactful for this this sort of matchup. If you remove their booms from the game, you're in a good spot. We know what this is. We know this is a Sensi. I want to run HQ, get them to spend money on this, and then we can put down Sneak Door and just run HQ. Also, we can Siphon. There's a chance they might be able to res some of this stuff and duck the Siphon, but let's see what this is. If this is an Archangel, it sucks. If it's a Toll Booth, they can res it, but then, they have no money, so what? That's not good. And it is an Archangel, which means they're going to bounce something. Wait. Oh, okay, before they trace... Oh, well, they only trace 6, so I guess we'll just pay 5. Because the other option is we could use all our Aaron Moran draws. so they don't bounce. But let's fire this up. If they have another Archangel in hand, it's gonna suck. Got a Beal. Things are not looking too bad. Things are really not looking so bad. They can definitely duck through there. We want to run this because we're pretty sure that's a Sensi. Server 7's probably a Sensi. And we want to use these scrubber tokens as much as possible. That's a Sensi we saw, so that's good. Best thing we could draw is a Temujin. If we put this down, that's probably okay. I don't know what this upgrade is. Is that, what is that, a Bernice Mai? Probably a Prysac? But if we get this on the table, we're going to get money in the long run. I think we can also use some of these tokens. Like, we definitely don't need 6. Unless they mid-seasons right now. And if we put this, they mid-seasons right now. But even if we use 6 of these, we're in a good spot. Yeah, I think the money is good. I don't actually have that much experience playing against these railgun decks. They were never that hot in our meta. In Canada, there's a player, Dean, who's been playing this a lot in Toronto, and I've never had that much of a chance to play against it. Good thing now is that we can put down Sneak Door and just go nuts on HQ, and we only need 1 access to win. And this deck is running like, I think, 12 agendas, which makes that more than likely. The only thing is we put this down, we're at 0, which kind of sucks. So I think we're going to draw up. Turning Wheel is okay. It's probably too slow. Caddy's also probably too slow for this matchup in particular. I think I'm just going to gain credits. I don't know what this could be. What is this? If that's a Will-O-Wisp, that sucks. I think gain credits. The next turn we can actually siphon. They'll probably dump all their money into this. So I think next turn we put down Sneak Door and go nuts on HQ. We didn't run this turn, so I'm not that scared. If they 24/7, we can fix it. One thing I really want to say is that I played 2 Siffer in this deck. And yesterday I went to Store Championship, and I've been pretty negative about Siffer, as a lot of other people have been playing Netrunner. And I didn't use this card. Like, I legitimately barely used Siffer. I think I fired it twice the whole day. And it didn't impact... It wasn't as impactful as I feared it would be. Which is kind of nuts. I just, like, it was expensive to use. Most decks are attacking in a different way. That this card honestly wasn't that big of a deal that I thought it would be. I still think it does some rough things for the game, considering what it does to ice, but, like, it was crazy. It honestly wasn't that useful. I didn't ever think that would be the case. They just used their Jackson preemptively. So whether or not there's agendas in HQ or whether they're just setting up the combo, I think we need to check this, because if this is a Jackson, they can combo out. I think it's also good to run archives just to see what's in there. So let's run this first. This could be the 2nd or 3rd Jackson. It's a Sensi, good. Can't have that. I think we definitely run archives just to see. Then we put down Sneak Door and run HQ once. There's a chance they're doing that Jackson, so it makes it look like they don't have any agendas in there. And it's news teams. Motherfucker. God damn it. Okay, so there's a boom in here. There's a cycle in there. So if we take these news teams, what is it? Take 2 tags. So we can like dodge us with Aaron Moran. I'm tempted to do that. I am really tempted to do that. Thinking. Right, because we take 2 tags. We dodge, take 2 tags, dodge, and we just don't run archives anymore. It puts us on 2 tokens, which if they want to like 24/7 into boom, they're going to give us 2 tags anyway. So I think that might be enough. Let's try this. I think this is cute. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all really good cards to have. We'll put this on HQ and next turn Sneak Door in. And I don't know whether they're going to expect a Sneak Door. So they might think we're just going to run through Archangel and put another piece of ice here. I don't know if a lot of people expect Sneak Door. And then we don't need Cipher in this matchup. I think it's too slow, expensive. We don't need Caddy. I think Turning Wheel is worth playing, and we don't need 2 Data Suckers for sure. So next turn, it's just Sneak Door and go nuts time. Take that, news team. Criminal already had Data Dealer to deal with that, but that's like a pretty hard card to argue to put in your deck unless your meta is like incredibly NBN. And they're also just drawing up heavily with anonymous tips, so the chance of them being an agenda in HQ just went up a bunch. Just a little bunch. Okay. 3 Sensis out of the game, so I don't actually think there's anything on the table that we have to run. Unless it is that Jackson, and I'm still convinced that with 2 Aaron Moran, that's enough. They put another ice on R&D. Okay, we're going to go Sneak Door, make a bunch of money. This seems good. Seems okay. We hit another news team for HQ. We're going to take it though. So let's put that down. Let's sneak in. Because this is on HQ, because Temujin's on HQ, we're actually going to get the credits. There's the diagnostics. If this is a Jackson, maybe that does suck. I'm not convinced. Unless they do some 2 piles nonsense. I don't think they can do that either. Okay, let's run again. Astroscript. Good game. We pulled it off. Fantastic. Hey, that opening seemed a bit clumsy, but it was actually pretty good. Fantastic. So this is N.E.H Railgun, which if you haven't seen this deck list, the idea is that it uses accelerated diagnostics with to fire 24/7's news cycle to give you 2 tags and then boom you in that same combo. It's pretty strong, and I know it's really popular in a lot of metas. This deck wasn't teched against it because that wasn't something I expected in Montreal, but the inclusion of things like Councilman, Scrubber, and Aaron Moran makes it pretty hard for them to combo through it. I might be forgetting ways to get around things. Like I know people play things like Hatchet Job and largely Hatchet Job to deal with a lot of these tagging cards, but I'm not actually sure that's possible anymore. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to keep uploading or playing games in the competitive lobby with these 2 decks that I played yesterday, the Store Championship, just to show you what they're capable of doing and talk a bit about the problems and some of the meta considerations I made when building these things. Most of all, thank you so much for watching. Videos every weekday and streaming on Thursdays. Hope you drop by. Ciao.